Hello guys, welcome. In this video, let us learn about one more important topic in AWS. That is AWS Data Wrangler. So generally the doubt came here is what is this Wrangler? What is this AWS Data Wrangler? This AWS Data Wrangler is a software development kit. What is this? It's a software development kit where it contains libraries that you require to connect to AWS services. Let's say you want to connect to any one of the AWS service. Then which library you use? Photo 3, right? Yes. That library present inside your data wrangler. Where this library is present, under this data wrangler only, this library is present. Not only this, if you want to process your data pandas libraries, by using pandas libraries, then you must need to install this software development kit. What is that? Data Wrangler. Not only these two libraries, there are many libraries available inside this Data Wrangler software development kit, where you can use those libraries in order to interact with many AWS services and in order to change the data structures or in order to manipulate the data in AWS, we need this data wrangler like SDK need to be installed. Now, let's say I'm running my code inside my Jupyter notebook. And there I'm using Boto 3 to create a session or to connect to any one of the service like S3 or EC2, any one of the service. Now, how to install this data wrangler in my Jupyter notebook? For that, you need to write a command that is pip install AWS Wrangler. So this is the command that you use in your Jupyter notebook to install your Wrangler. Now let's see officially how the logo of this Wrangler was. You can see this is how the Wrangler logo will be. Let's say you are using Conda, then there might be another command to install this Wrangler in Anaconda. Let's say you are using Lambda function, there might be another case to install this AWS Data Wrangler SDK. Don't worry, I'll show you. Now, each and every service has their own commands, right? So for that, the official the official Wrangler SDK is available for you in the form of documentation as well as in GitHub as well. Now currently I'm opening this GitHub page to refer. You can see multiple documentations are available here and you have Wrangler, AWS Wrangler. Under this, you have multiple services. You can see for Athena, you have for cataloging, you have for clean rooms, for data API calls, for data quality distribution, DynamoDB database, for Neptune database, for open source service, for Pandas, for S3, for Redshift, for QuickSight, Team Streams. So like that, for many, for many more services, for many more services, you have this Wrangler SDK providing you already predefined functions in order to connect with those services and in order to execute in order to integrate with those services, and you can execute your functions to get your specific results, whatever you are expecting. So this is what we have said previously. If you want to install this Wrangler in Jupyter Notebook or PyPy, then you can use this command. If you want to install this Wrangler SDK in Conda, that is Anaconda soft, then you can use this Conda install C Conda forget AWS Wrangler. Now let's say I'm expecting to use this Wrangler. That is, I'm expecting to use Pandas library, or you can say Boto3 library in my Lambda function. Then how to install this? So in order to do this, you first need to log into your management console. Previously, I have logged into my AWS management console. If you scroll your code a bit up, then you can see an option runtime that specifies your Python runtime, and at that bottom you can see an option that is layers. So just click on edit these layers. On the right side you have that option. You can see here, you can see the option that is edit option is available to you. You just click on that edit option, then it just enters into this page, where here you can see you can choose the layer that you want to provide. If you want to provide AWS layer, that means choose a layer from the list of layers provided by AWS, then click on it. Or else if you want to provide your custom layer, then just click on it. And you want to specify ARN for your layer, then you just click on it. Currently, I'm expecting to specify AWS layer, so I just clicked on it. And now I'm clicking here so that I can see the present layers in AWS. You can see multiple options, multiple layer options which are available here. AWS provided, already provided layers. These are currently I'm expecting what? AWS Data Wrangler. Now I'm just clicking on it, and at bottom right I have an option that is add. So now I'm just clicked on that add. Then after a moment I checked the layer inside my Lambda function. You can see that layer is now added. So now we can able to use Boto3 library, or that means we can able to import Boto3 library or Pandas library in my code. Now if we come back to the GitHub page, then you can see multiple, even not only these two, that is PyPy or Conda, not only in Lambda, you can even install in your Glue Python shell jobs, and you can even install this SDK inside your Glue PySpark jobs, and you can even install this inside SageMaker notebooks or SageMaker notebook libraries and EMR, and from different sources also you can able to install it. If you want some reference, then just click on it so that it can show you the commands. So these we already explained. You can see this is one more important point. If you want to install this, then currently it supports these versions of Python only. Then while while in order to install this SDK, just choose only these versions of Python to install Python IDE that must be installed in your environment. The recommended the recommendation here is every time for creating each project, while creating a new environment for each project, create a separate isolated environment so that the current libraries won't affect the other project libraries. The current libraries will be isolated from other project libraries also. Now you can see you have options or you have commands to install in multiple layers in Lambda. So it was already discussed by us, and in Conda and in PyPy we have already discussed. If you have need or if you have time, then you can choose to refer this documentation so that you can get some knowledge on how to install on multiple sources. Okay. Then after that, it also have some commands. So in order to work with any one of the tools or any one of the services in AWS, you have tutorials available here. So these tutorials or API references will provide you commands in order to execute any action. Let's say I'm just opening S3. You can see under this you have some table of content, and then after that you have commands with respect to that table of content. At last you can see how to delete an object in S3 bucket. Now let's implement this directly to test that API call. Now just I entered into S3, and inside S3 you can see buckets. Inside this buckets, I've created one of the bucket with P with some data wrangler name. Now inside this, I have uploaded multiple, I have uploaded just three objects inside it. Now I'm expecting to delete one of the object by using command. You can see I opened my Jupyter notebook, and there I written some codes. This first code is to import the Wrangler as WR. Now I just verified my Wrangler is successfully installed or not by using this command WR underscore version. There you can see the version is available. So my Wrangler is successfully installed in it. Next, I imported this Wrangler as WR. Now to perform operations, I have also imported this Boto3, and by using this Wrangler, AWS Wrangler, now we can even check whether an object exists or not. That is by using this command, does object exist? WR dot S3 dot does object exist? And then I placed the object URL. You can see it was given true. That means that object is exist. Now I have just listed what are the objects present in S3 bucket. You can see WR dot S3 dot list objects of S3 of some bucket name, whatever the bucket that you are checking. In that bucket, whatever the objects I have, those all listed here. Now I am expecting to delete one of the object. That is this last object that I am expecting to delete. So that I have used the command, that is WR dot S3 dot delete object, delete objects. So under that I have provided this start object. You can see after executing this command, again I have listed the objects which are present in this bucket. You can see only two objects are listed here. That means third object will be deleted. So directly from here, we can even verify that third object is deleted or not. You can see directly we can verify by going to AWS Management Console. Here you can see only two objects are available, whereas third object will be deleted. So in this way, by using this command, we can able to delete our object inside my buckets. So I hope you understood this. And so not only this, you have multiple commands available here. You can open session.i.py IPython notebook, interactive Python notebook. Then you can see the commands related to session as well. You can use commands to create a new customized session, or you can use commands to categorize, to customize, and using the default Boto 3 session as well. So like that, you have multiple services related API calls available for you in the form of tutorial. Feel free to refer them so that you get some idea about using this SDK in your programming, so that it makes you easy to interact with services and connect with service and implement any actions by using services via code. So this is all about a brief about this AWS SDK, that is AWS Wrangler. So feel free to refer this URL so that you can able to get some more knowledge on it, or else you just type AWS Wrangler SDK so that you got even AWS SDK for Pandas documentation and GitHub documentation, so that you can able to utilize the resources which are available here. So here also same. Yeah, I hope you understood this video about AWS, one of the AWS important SDK, that is Wrangler. So for programmers or data analysts or DevOps engineers who are using AWS cloud and they are using it by using programmatically, then this SDK will be quite helpful for you. And about this SDK as well, multiple questions arises in your certifications as well. So must have to get knowledge on this is very important. I hope this video is contentful. If you feel this video is contentful and you got some knowledge or knowledge recap, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye, guys.